Hello and welcome to another tier list video. Today we are taking a look at styles of fries. So which ones are the best? I got most of them here. Sure, maybe there are some really specific styles of fries, but these are the main ones that I've seen and I've had time and time again. So starting us off, we have steak fries. Now, not to be confused with potato wedges, steak fries are usually a bit of a thicker cut of fry. Just think of McDonald's fry, but usually thicker, wider, a bit longer. And so these are pretty good if you like a little bit more of a potatoey fry. You can definitely still make these crispy, but because there's just so much potato in these fries, they can be kind of hard to really get crispy. These are commonly found at Red Robin. If you've ever had Red Robin fries, you probably had their steak fries. And steak fries, I think, are pretty good. I think you do need to season them with something. If you just have them plain or just salted, I don't think they quite hit the mark for me, even with ketchup. I do think they need a little bit of seasoning, which, as I said, at a place like Red Robin, they do have their seasoning that you can add on, and I think that's a great addition. So steak fries on themselves, not the best, but good if you have seasoning on them. So we'll put them in the C tier. Up next, we have waffle fries. Now, waffle fries, you can find them all over the place. One place that I reviewed in my previous video was Chick-fil-A, and I think waffle fries are really good. They can be made nice and crispy. They can be more on the potatoey side. They're a very versatile fry. Depending on how you prepare them, they can be very, very different from other fries. And I think they're pretty good. They're not my favorite fry, but waffle fries, when they're done well, I mean, you can just season them with salt if they're a bit crispy, or if they're a bit on the softer side, you put some seasoning on it, dip them in ketchup, dip them in ranch. Overall, I just think waffle fries are pretty solid, very versatile fry. Gonna be in the B tier. Up next, we have the standard shoestring fries. These are the most common kind you're gonna see at most restaurants, specifically McDonald's. I'm pretty sure that's the fries that are pictured here. And shoestring fries are just, they're the classic, they're the go-to. It's really hard to go wrong with these unless you're really undercooking them. It's easy to make them crispy, crunchy. You can season them with different seasonings, or you can just have them plain salted, can dip them in ketchup. Really easy to eat, just really, they're kind of the gold standard of fries, but they don't do anything spectacular. So because they're kind of lacking in that creativity front, they'll find themselves in the A tier. They would be S tier, but they're just so standard, it's hard to really put them in S tier because they don't really do anything unique. Up next, we have potato wedges. Now, similar to steak fries, they are a bit more potatoey, much thicker. And so they are kind of hard to get crispy, especially at the bottom. You're almost never really going to have a super crispy potato wedge. But if you do like your fries a bit more potatoey, I think it's really good. I think they're pretty easy to eat. They're good for dipping in ketchup, ranch. But personally, I will say, just like steak fries, you really do need to season them with something other than just salt in order to, to really put them on the same level as some other fries for me. So for me, they're pretty much right next to steak fries. Going to find themselves in the C tier as well. Up next, we have curly fries. Now, these are one of my favorite kind of fries. I'm not sure if it's just because the curly fries I've had are good, or if I actually just like the curls. Either way, I love curly fries. For some reason, it just tastes better when you have the curls. And pretty much any place that I go to that has curly fries, I'm usually pretty satisfied with them. You can have them just salted, or you can season them. Overall, I just think they're really solid. Curly fries are gonna find themselves in the S tier for me. Definitely my favorite form of fries. Up next, we have sweet potato fries. Now, these are unique because they're not made from potatoes, they're made from sweet potatoes, which, yes, they're pretty similar, but the flavor is definitely distinctly different. As you would guess, sweet potato fries are a bit sweeter. And sweet potato fries are the kind of fries that I actually prefer to eat plain. In the picture here, they're dipping sweet potato fries in ketchup, but I find that sweet potato fries have kind of so much already going on in the flavor that I don't really think you need to season them or dip them in ketchup. I think eating them plain is great. They're not spectacular, but they're really good on their own. And for me, sweet potato fries are a solid B tier. Up next, we have the smiley face fries. I don't know how many of you have seen these before, but I ate them through middle school, elementary school, even high school, because this is often what they served. And it's a smiley face in the picture, but really it should be a sad face because there is nothing happy about these fries when I've had them. They were never crispy. They were always just like soft mush. It was basically a potato in the shape of a smiley face with a very thin layer of like actual friedness. And yeah, really not great. Gonna be an F tier for me. I don't know how many of you have had smiley face fries, but do not buy them. They're trash. Next, we have crinkle cut fries. Now, crinkle cut fries are probably the second most common after the shoestring fries. You're gonna find them at places like Culver's. I believe sometimes Burger King does these as well. And really for me, they're kind of just shoestring fries, but a step down. Because sure, they might have, you know, a little more creativity in terms of the shape, but I found that crinkle cut fries usually have a harder time getting that proper crisp that I like in French fries. It's much easier to do with shoestring fries because they're nice and thin. You can really get a nice consistency all the way through the fry, that nice same crispness. Whereas crinkle cut fries, usually the outside is a little crispy and then the inside's a bit soft, which is something I've talked about with Culver's fries before. So crinkle cut fries, not really a huge fan. Honestly, they're pretty much just shoestring fries for me, but worse in every way. So not a huge fan. Sorry if you like crinkle cut fries, but they're gonna be in the D tier for me. Well, that's my video. Let me know your guys' thoughts, and I hope you enjoyed.